Do you need a vacation? I bet you do. I know I desperately need a vacation. I would love to take a few days to get away from school and from work. Just kick my feet up, have a few drinks, maybe with some friends and family. Have somebody else cook for me and I don't have to clean up after myself. How's it going, everybody? My name is Nick Tharrett, and today I'd like to talk to you about cruises. What makes me qualified to talk about cruises? Well, I've been on 4 of them myself. My girlfriend's been on 10 of them, and her parents been on like 2 dozen of them. I also know a lot of friends and family who've been on 1 or 2 cruises. We've shared our experiences with each other, and there's really not too much to complain about. Today, I'd like to inform you on how much a cruise costs. I'd like to talk about some of the destinations that a cruise may go to and some of the ports that the ships may sail out of. I'd like to lastly talk about what there is to do while you're on the ship and while you're at your destination. So let's get started and talk about how much money a cruise costs. A lot of people have the misconception that cruises are expensive, but that's not necessarily true. I found on Norwegian.com a cruise that sailed out of Miami. It was a 2-night and 3-day cruise. It sailed into the Bahamas and back to Miami. Again, 3 days, 2 nights, all you can eat, enjoy some of the shows. It was only $139. Is that not cheap enough for you? Some of the cruises that I've been on include Carnival. I went on a cruise that sailed out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on one of Carnival's most beautiful ships, the Dream. And that ship sailed into Costa Maya, Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico, and went to Belize, and it also went to Roatan, Honduras. That was considered a 7-night, 8-day cruise, and it only cost me about $800 when all was said and done. Next, I'd like to talk about some of the destinations that cruises can go to and some of the ports that the ships will sail out of. Some of the ports that the ships will sail out of include New York City, Baltimore, Maryland, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Miami, New Orleans, Galveston, Texas, Los Angeles, and Seattle, just to name a few. Now, some of the destinations that Carnival and Norwegian offer on their websites include all over the Caribbean, which would include Jamaica, Honduras, Belize, even the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, all the way to the Bahamas. They even offer places like Bermuda. On the West Coast, you can get into Hawaii and some of the cool Alaskan destinations. Also in Europe, you can do Barcelona, you can do Athens, Naples, and Venice. And again, that's just to name a few. Their websites offer many more destinations, and some other cruise lines will offer even more destinations. Now that I've covered how much a cruise costs and some of the destinations and embarkation ports, I'd lastly like to talk about what there is to do while you're on the ship. While you're on the ship, most ships have a casino that are really cool state-of-the-art casinos, so you can gamble if you wish. You can see a show. You can just sit out by the pool and have a drink. Some other things you can do is play basketball, exercise, and just lay out in the sun. Lastly, I would like to discuss what you can do at your destination, and that can include parasailing, which I've done in Key West. Awesome. You can also go snorkeling, which I've done in the Bahamas. That's awesome as well. And another thing that you can do is you can explore some historical sites like I did in Cozumel, Mexico. I went and saw the Mayan ruins. So today I hope that this speech was informational. I've discussed how much a cruise costs. what there is to do on a cruise, and some of the places that a cruise goes to. Thank you for listening.